I want to take this time to thank everyone for coming out this morning and being a part of the grand opening of the Miracle League Field and Boundless Playground here at Owensfield Park. My name is Randy Davis. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Columbia. We're going to follow the program as outlined, and at this time I want to introduce the Honorable Mayor Steve Benjamin.
Isn't this a beautiful day? It's a fantastic day in Columbia and Richland County. It shows what we can do for our children when we all come together. I just want to take a very quick point of personal privilege to thank our wonderful staff at our Parks and Recreation Department, and to show folks that what happens when you can bring the public sector together along with fantastic organizations like the Ray Tanner Foundation, that we can do great things. We can build facilities and wonderful opportunities that raise quality of life for all of our citizens in the most inclusive way possible, while making sure that folks know that we believe that every one of us, every single one of God's children has the potential to do some great things if in fact we invest in them. I'm not going to be long. It is a hot summer day in famously hot Columbia, South Carolina. I thank God for whoever decided to have these tents out here as well. But I will say that the intestinal fortitude of Ray Tanner to make sure this happened could only be complemented by the incredible commitment of Councilman Mo Baddour. And I want to make sure we recognize Councilman Baddour. Stand up, Mo, please. Stand up. I'm not sure that a meeting went by that he didn't make it a point to make sure that we were not only appropriating the funds to meet our commitment here, but also making sure that it was representative of the vision that he and Coach Tanner and so many others wanted to have something excellent for the young people all across Columbia and Richland County. So I wanted to thank Mo and his beautiful boys for their leadership in making this happen. Thank you all for being here. Thank each and every one of you. A great community is made up by incredibly talented and gifted citizens, and so many of you have made this incredible park. This park is awesome. It's one of a kind. It is one of a kind. I'm talking about all this land that you sit on that's owned by Richland County School District 1 and Richland County and the City of Columbia, and I mean, everyone has a stake here, and our citizens own this space and own it in some very special ways. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for being here. Coach, thank you so much. Thank you to my colleagues on City Council, our staff, and Mo, again, thank you for your exceptional leadership on making sure this happened. God bless you. Should I go ahead and push through the program? It's my pleasure to introduce my friend, the councilman from Richland County District 5, Seth Rose.
Hello everyone, I'm Seth Rose and I represent County Council District 5, and it is a great day to be here. I'd like to echo the mayor's sentiments when he said this is one of a kind. It literally is one of a kind. It is the first of its kind in all of Richland County and the City of Columbia, and there's going to be a lot of kids that get to enjoy the thrill of sport that they otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to enjoy. And so I can speak on behalf of County Council to say we are thrilled to have been a part of this, to have played a role in this. And I also want to recognize my colleague, Councilman Jim Manning, who's present here today, who was supportive of County Council playing a small part in making today happen. So thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I would like to deviate just a minute because I am a Gamecock, and I have to show a little favoritism and certainly recognize Seth Rose here as a former All-American tennis player at the University of South Carolina. So we haven't forgotten how good you were in tennis, Seth. I'd also like to take a moment to introduce, I think he's still here, our new head baseball coach, Mark Kingston. Please stand up, Mark. Yeah. He's going to coach over here next spring and over there. We're going to try to pile up some wins. Trip Couch is also here, a new assistant coach at the University of South Carolina in baseball. And Stuart Lake, who's making a return trip as a coach here at the university. Thank y'all for being here today. I don't know where to begin. I coached my last game in 2012, and I said that I would never coach again, that I would be an administrator from this point forward. But coming out here this morning, I think I'm going to coach again. And it's going to be right here. I'm not going to get outside this perimeter, but I'm going to be back here. This is going to be a blast. This is so exciting. We started talking about this, it seems like many years ago. And then a few months ago, we started to move some earth out here, and then today, it's reality. I can't begin to tell you how I feel. This is so exciting. The Fireflies have Spirit Communication. Our Gamecocks have Founders Park. And now our Miracle Leaguers have their own miracle field. And I think you know what is number one in my heart. So we're excited. I can't thank Mayor Benjamin enough, the City of Columbia, Richland County, the council members for your input in this product. The Ray Tanner Foundation has been honored and delighted to be a part of this from the very beginning. It has taken so much work, and our recreation department and all the members, not only this field, but all the fields around and all the amenities that have been improved to make this a fantastic facility, a place for our young people to come, to exercise. And there are no limits, and that's what makes it so wonderful. But it is so exciting. I also want to recognize my wife, Karen. Please wave or stand. She has been relentless in this pursuit. Mo Bedore and his dedication to this project. Christy Davis from what was the baseball office, now the athletic director's office. She's still with me, so I have a boss at home and a boss at work. So that's the way that works. But it's so exciting. I want to recognize Kerry Rich back there in the back for his dedication to this city. Whether you guys know this or not, Kerry Rich was down in Miami at the All-Star game a few days ago. No, he didn't play, but he did take a group of youngsters from the city of Columbia during the Home Run Derby. So we were represented on the national stage. Thank you for your efforts. Again, this is so exciting for me today to see this, and the many times I've driven past to get on an airplane to come out here and to watch this grow, to watch it evolve into what we see here today is very special. I can't even share the emotions that I'm feeling today about what this all means. We don't have enough miracle fields throughout this country, certainly in the state of South Carolina and our city, but we're growing and we're satisfying the needs for a group of people that is very important to all of us. So thank you, everybody, for your contributions to making this day a reality. I'm excited about what we have going before us. I'll probably catch myself here more often than maybe my schedule should allow, but I'm sure the mayor will give me permission to do that, and you'll have my back when my superiors are saying I'm spending too much time here. But thank you all for what you have done, and now it gives me great honor to introduce Stephanie Davis.
Thank you all. What a beautiful day for a grand opening here in South Carolina, and not just the state of South Carolina, but now representing the Miracle League across the country, like Coach Tanner has told. I want to tell a little story. At a Special Olympics event, 9 contestants, all physically or mentally disabled, assembled at the starting line for a 100-yard dash. And at the gun, they all started out, not exactly in a dash, but with a relish to run the race to the finish and win. All that is except one little boy who stumbled on the asphalt, tumbled over a couple times, and began to cry. The other 8 heard the boy crying. They slowed down and they looked back. Then they all turned around and went back, every one of them. One girl with Down syndrome bent down and kissed him and said, "This'll make it all better." Then all 9 of them linked arms and walked together to the finish line. Everyone in the stadium stood that day. The cheering went on for several minutes. People who were there are still telling the story today. Why? Because deep down, we know this one thing. What matters in this life is more than winning ourselves. What matters in this life is helping others win, even if it means slowing down and changing our course. I would like to congratulate your community for actually slowing down, changing your course, and helping all children enjoy the game of baseball, no matter what their ability is. Thank you for being part of an international movement. We now have over 300 Miracle Leagues across this great country, including 3 international in Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia. This organization has made strides that nobody would believe possible when we started this 17 years ago. But because of caring individuals like yourself, we want to congratulate you for now being part of that international movement. Columbia, South Carolina is truly blessed to have such awesome leaders here today, many who have put in tireless efforts, commitment, and love on behalf of children with special needs. A special thank you to the Ray Tanner Foundation. We go back many years to the first time that he called and wanted to make this happen, so thank you for your commitment and continuing those efforts. Thank you for your vision. And the city who joined forces to make this all possible. Thank you again to every donor out here, every volunteer that's going to make this program happen, and every family. None of this would be possible without this entire team effort. But most importantly, I know there's a few families out here today, and we want to thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be a small part of your child's life, of your family's life. These players teach us much more than we could ever teach them. The Miracle League has its name for a reason. Every child out here today is a miracle from God, and in a few minutes you will see miracles unfold in front of you on this field right here. I am a child first and foremost, a whole child. I have a special need. My special need is one aspect of my total character. I am a person with thoughts and feelings and preferences, fears and talents, just like you. Please focus on what I can do rather than what I can't do. Look for my strengths and you'll find them. There's more than one right way to do something. You are my foundation. With your support and guidance, the possibilities are broader than you might think. Be my advocate, be my friend, and we'll see just how far we can go. Now may God bless this field and this league where every child deserves a chance to play baseball. Congratulations.
Well, my name's Mike Miller from the Rosewood Community Council, the neighborhood that this beautiful park sits on. And I just got to say that we were talking earlier, and this place looks tremendous. It's beautiful. 5 years ago, no one could envision this. So it's time for the ceremonial first pitch. So I'm going to be very short. Welcome, Coach Tanner, to the neighborhood. Thank you. You'll all be Coach Tanner. Sorry. Welcome to the neighborhood. Wanted to thank all the people involved, including people in Rosewood, and the people in Rosewood are going to support this tremendously, and you'll have our back, you'll have our support. We come down here religiously. We've got an orchard, a walking trail. Phase 2 of the park is going to be beautiful. This is just going to be great. Thank you for all this, the investment you've made in our community, and I do want to know, though, where the mayor got those rock and roll cowboy boots. Those are great. Can't play T-ball in those. Thanks, everyone, and it's time for this first pitch, I imagine.
Before we go, I do want to take a moment. I don't usually have notes. I'm not very good with notes, so I fail to recognize people at times. But I want to recognize Mike Brennan from BB&T. Mike, please stand up and be recognized. Mike played a prominent role with the Ray Tanner Foundation in keeping this moving, and BB&T was a major player in this. So we're excited about that. And Coach Kingston, you should know that we sit together at every baseball game. Every decision that you make, we will applaud you. And we will second guess you from time to time. So it's a beautiful day. Thank you all for being here.
Okay, a few more announcements. Before we do the ceremonial pitch, I want to, on behalf of the City of Columbia, Mayor Steve Benjamin, City Council, thank those that made this all possible. Coach Ray Tanner, the Ray Tanner Foundation, thank you. Contractors Hammer Construction, Superintendent on site, Jason Prouse and Tyrone Wilson. And if you're here, please raise your hand or stand up and let people know, okay? That's Jason. The community, Michael Mayfield, Bob Amundson, Mike Miller, thank you for your support and dedication. Gill Creek's Watershed, Eric Maraca. Okay. The Miracle League, Stephanie Davis, again. And the collaboration project to make all this possible, again, Richland County, the City of Columbia, Quentin Epps, and Nancy Stone Collum, thank you. And the design team, made up of city staff, Todd Martin, City of Columbia, Dana Higgins, City of Columbia, and Benny Gable and Betsy, can't pronounce Betsy's last name, Betsy with a K. All right. Well, thank all of you for coming out and being a part of this phenomenal um, endeavor that we're about to embark upon with the City of Columbia and Richland County and others. So at this time, I'm going to ask the mayor to come up and give us a presentation.
Very brief, and thank you everyone again for your incredible commitment, and Ray, thank you for um, recognizing Mike Brennan as well. Mike was many times the eighth council person calling Mo and me and everyone else to make this happen. I did want to make it a point to recognize Councilman Howard Duval for his support of this as well. I think that's all of us that are here this morning. Ray, got a presentation for you, and this is I'll let you open it. How about that? This is a special baseball signed by the families that are going to be using this beautiful Miracle League field, and hopefully you can display it with some of your most prized possessions. Stephanie, thank you so much for sharing that wonderful story, because I think oftentimes we think it's just engineering or funding or political or social leadership. I think what you also spoke to was just the power of collective prayer. That a whole lot of people were just praying to God that something like this special could happen, and that it took some really incredible folks to come together to make it a reality. And thank you, my friend, for your leadership. God bless you. All right.
Okay, now we're ready for the ceremonial first pitch. I'm going to ask all of you to begin to proceed along third base entrance to the field as we begin our ceremonial first pitch.